Every year, I go to E3 and I'm swamped with behind-closed-doors appointments that take up most of my time. As a result, I covet the little time I get on the show floor. This year, roaming Sony's booth in between appointments resulted in a chance encounter with a game that left a lasting impression on me. That game is Axiom Verge. Axiom Verge is a years-long passion project by an industry veteran named Tom Happ. He came up with the idea for Axiom Verge, he did the art, he programmed it, he's doing the music. Tom Happ is doing everything. As you can see, it's heavily designed after the classic NES game Metroid. It's all about non-linear exploration, discovering new areas, gathering items, weapons, and upgrades. And all of the little things that make the Metroidvania genre click. At the start of Axiom Verge, you meet the main character, a guy named Trace, via an old-school Ninja Gaiden-like cutscene. In the year 2005, Trace perishes in a laboratory explosion, and he wakes up in what Tom Happ refers to as, quote, a strange otherworld. Surrounding Trace is a labyrinthine complex, Super Metroid and Castlevania Symphony of the Night style, and a metric ton of dangerous enemies. The only person Trace has any communication with is a mysterious voice that speaks with him telepathically. Otherwise, Trace is on his own. While Axiom Verge reeks of Metroid, at least when it comes to its looks and sounds, it doesn't necessarily feel like it. Happ incorporated gameplay that feels more like Contra than Metroid, with movement, or as he calls it, locomotion, from Bionic Commando. The PS4 build I was given by Happ contains about 30% of the game, and has 3 different permanent save states that allowed me to explore various parts of the adventure. The intro acclimated me to Trace's primary weapon, the Axiom Disruptor, but as you get deeper into the campaign, you discover a bunch of other weapons. There's the lightning bolt shooting Kilver, the Contra-like spread shot rifle called the Multi-Disruptor, and more. Each weapon has its own uses and drawbacks, useful against an array of enemies. Then there are the items. The aptly named laser drill can destroy certain types of blocks, unlocking new parts of the game that you would otherwise be unable to explore. But most important is the Address Disruptor, an item that lets you get at the unique hook at the core of Axiom Verge. Throughout the game, you'll see things that look like old-school NES glitches, but they're not there by accident. By aiming the Address Disruptor at these so-called glitches, you can make new platforms, break through barriers, and even discover hidden sections of various maps. This adds a brilliant layer to Axiom Verge that makes it far more than just a love letter to Metroid and its contemporaries. These sections of the game even look different, with a CRT-like fuzz over them. There are also a lot of upgrades to discover. You can find health upgrades, items that let you jump higher, and more. Happ promises that the game will take at least 8 hours your first time through, though it may take longer if you're thorough. And like any good Metroidvania game, there will be plenty of backtracking to be done as you discover new items that will let you explore previously inaccessible locales. Axiom Verge, which is a Sony Pub Fun title, comes to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita in early 2015, and will come to PC after that by mid-2015. And it's definitely one of my most anticipated upcoming games. For more on all things Axiom Verge between now and then, including updated impressions leading up to our full review, keep it tuned to IGN.